The goal with the product reviews and insights is to help you look at them at a deeper level and look at the products with some tips and see them in action. Today, we're going to be checking out all the features and the details of the Proto PFD by two Canadian companies, Level 6 and Salus. First impression, beautiful PFD. Tons of great features, especially if you're a guide tripping in either whitewater or flat water. There's towing capabilities, quick releases, areas for a bladder pack. So if you're doing long trips, this is a full feature vest PFD, and I can't wait to dig in. Before buying a PFD, make sure that it's certified by your governing body. I have a blog for legal safety requirements here in Canada, and I'll link that in the description below. Look for a label inside your PFD to see where it has been approved. This one in particular says that it's approved by Transport Canada. Let's try this sucker on. This one will go over your head. You can see that the panel to get it on is through the front. Opens up to a nice pouch. This is where the PFD opens. You got the strap, and there we go. The breathable fabric on the back as well on the front, so you're not sticking to the material if it's hot out. Once you have opened the PFD, take the shoulder straps and put your head through them. Grab the side of the vest and bring the clip around to the center and front and clip. There are 4 main adjustment straps, all pulling to the center of the vest. The 2 at the side, as well as the top 2 from the shoulder straps pulling down. The final strap is on the outside lower part of the vest, adjusting from the back and clipping to the front right of the vest. You also have tightening straps on this side to be able to pull it in. Keep in mind that these straps to tighten it are all within this compartment. These are the only 2 straps where you can tighten, and it's just the ring around the bottom. This strap is covered by neoprene, so it's really comfortable when wet, when dry, if you're sweating. Keep this down until you've made all of the adjustments. There's a nice little pouch here that has a zipper mesh to hold things. There's also a utility lash tab on the inside that will be tucked away when it's sealed. So make sure if you have a phone that you do have a waterproof pouch for it, or you're storing it in a dry sack. Once you've made all the adjustments, tuck in all the straps and pull the zipper up and across and over and latch it shut with the clasp. Pretty nice! For sizing, you always want to measure and check the manufacturer's site for size charts. Majority of companies will give you a size chart that will work with light clothing or a bathing suit. I always buy a size bigger because I'll be doing winter paddling with a dry suit and lots of bulky clothing. This size is Salus's medium to large. You can see it can get nice and tight with a thin, dry fit top. This will also fit over my bigger, bulkier dry suit, even with layers underneath. You could see that when we did start, that the life jacket had lots of room in it, but now it's pretty tight. Buy with extra room from the size chart. We got a nice zipper right here. This is where I'm gonna put my UV lip gloss. There's actually quite a bit of room in this front pouch. Loving this pouch, so much room. It's actually really nice to have a glass cleaner for my GoPro, but then also for my glasses. It's handy, and unless I'm dunking, it stays dry. This is my last Salus PFD vest. As you can see, it doesn't have much extra room in the front pocket. It's really tight. So this is really nice, especially I sometimes like to take my sunglasses off. So this also has lots of room in it. For all you larger phone users, there is room, but it will be very tight to put a phone in there, especially if the phone has a waterproof case on it. This PFD straps has fully trimmed front and back shoulders with 3M reflective piping. We got lots of spots to be able to put a carabiner, one right here. We got some lashings here. It's always really great to have a carabiner. It's an easy way to attach things directly to your board without having to worry about them. But what I just noticed is that this matches the inside of the life jacket. I'm so fashion. A spot right here to store your river knives, which is nice because it has the garage. I don't have a river knife, but if you have one, then it can tuck up. You can see that the end of the carabiner disappears. It's secure and it's not hitting you or anything. And then if you need, you just pull the river knife right off. This PFD comes with a quick release harness that can be integrated into the PFD. It also comes with a shock leash for guides or people leading trips. It's needed to have that quick release and a great towing system in case you need to rescue someone or help them in a situation where they're exhausted or can't paddle in the conditions. So you can see it has a bungee cord in it. It's a 14-inch extension with the solid O-ring. It has a UIAA CA approved carabiner. Pretty heavy duty. You can see the size of that next to my face. And this will attach to the back of that quick release belt so that if you need to save yourself, you can quickly get away from that situation. That's always important with safety. Your life is number one. You can't help someone else if you're also getting into that same situation they are in. I fed the quick release harness through the PFD. There's spots where it can fit in around big belt loops all the way through. You got the carabiner with the shock leash, and it ties into the back of the harness on the D-ring here. Pretty awesome that this PFD comes with the shock leash as well as the quick release harness, but you don't have to use them. There is a spot for a bladder pack that will go in the back of the PFD. It can hold a 1.5 to a 2-liter bladder. This is where the water bladder will go, right in here. Neoprene material, nice and flexible. And you can feed the nozzles through here. So then you have your sip of water right there. This is great that it's integrated in the PFD itself. PFD does not come with the water bladder. The one thing that's missing, a P-less whistle that will be attached to your life jacket. Salus is a Canadian company with their PFDs being manufactured and made in Kitchener, Ontario. This specific Salus PFD Proto is not US Coast Guard certified. So that means that if you get pulled over on the water by the US Coast Guard, they can technically claim that this is not a PFD and therefore you are not wearing what is required by law in the US. Overall, I'm impressed. It feels good. It looks good. Super low profile. Comfortable. I can't tell that I'm actually wearing a PFD, which is great. For me, a win in a PFD is not only how it feels, but also the little features that make your life better, easier, more accessible to get out of the water, have fun, and do what you love to do. If you're Canadian and looking to invest in a higher end PFD with loads of features, then this one's for you. Winner!